All right, everyone, we are back, and now we're going to be doing some hypothesis testing on the data files that we were working on previously. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually, let's get this over here a little bit, and then let's see if we can solve these at this stage. All right, this is looking good. Okay, so does D3, so let's do, does D3 come from a population with a mean of 9.3 at a 1% significance, so 0.99, and that's going to be a two-sided. All right, so we know based on the p-value that we are going to be in the do not reject regime. Why? Because our p-value is less than our alpha over 2, which would be 0.005. So there we go. What about, let's go to the next question here. Does D1 come from a population with a mean less than, so two-sided less. I think it's, what are less? I think it's less greater. Let's see, what is the question? Less than at a 90% confidence. So 90% confidence. And then it was less than 11. So mu is 11 here. So let's go ahead. P-value, again, is extremely small. So it is definitely less than our alpha, which is going to be 0.1. So there we go. That is a, actually, it's going to be in the, or actually, excuse me, my mistake. Here, it's less than alpha, so we are in the reject. This is also going to be a reject as well. So we're going to reject essentially that null hypothesis. Fantastic. Does D2 come from a population with a mean greater than 8.7? So let's go ahead. Does D2 mu of 8.7? I think greater than 8.7. And we're going to look at a 95% confidence interval. And then we can go ahead here. So 90, except we don't want to do that. We want to do greater. So, so our p-value, so we're looking at a 95% confidence, 0.05. So it is, again, we are going to be in the reject regime. So we are in the reject. Why? Because our p-value is less than our alpha, which is 0.05. Fantastic. So these are all reject, reject, reject. Our D1, our D2 and D3 different at a 1% significance. So let's go ahead. So D2, D3, alternative two-sided, different at 1% significance. So that would be a 99% confidence interval. So yes, so here we can actually see this is going to be a do not reject. Why? Because our p-value is larger than our basically 0.005 alpha over 2. So excellent. So there we go. So our p-value is telling us that is not, so we are in the do not reject. Let's see, let's look over here. Is D3 greater than D1 at a 10% significance? So D3, D1, so two-sided, greater than at a 10% significance. So that's going to be a 90. So let's look at our values here. P-value is indeed, the p-value is greater than. So again, that's going to be a do not reject. So we've got that. Fantastic. So we can kind of see that as well. Is D1 less than D2 at a 90% confidence level? So D1, D2. Or is it less than? Yeah, less than. Is D1 difference in the means is greater than that? D1, is it greater than D2 at a confidence level of, let's see, D1 less than 90% confidence again. And the p-value, oh yeah. So we definitely know that is also a do not reject. All right. Fantastic. So we've got all of that pretty much done and ready to go. So we'll see you on the next problem. See you then. Thanks. Bye.